Hello everybody and welcome to another Southbaygamers battle report. Today we have the Ad Mech going against some Orks. Codex versus Index. Let's go over the Orks first. Leading off the battalion is a war boss. He does not have mega armor. He just has his custom shooter and power claw. He'll take the Tenacious Survivor Warlord trait. Also in the battalion is a big mech with a custom force field. I love that model. Really well done. Too bad I didn't paint that. I can't take credit, sorry. In the battalion for the 3 troops are 2 squads of boys, kitted out exactly the same, 30 of them, with 3 rockets, knob with power claw. There's 30 of them. They all have slugga choppas.
That's scary.
Then we have 10 Gretchen, just cuz. 30 points. Also in the battalion is a war buggy. I don't think he'll do much, but I love the model. So he has a pair of rockets, so he'll have 2 rockets. We'll see how that goes. We have a truck that will probably be holding some tank buses that are in my vanguard. I'll go over them in a sec, but this truck just basically has a rocket, and that's it. Then we have a battle wagon. The battle wagon just has Death Roller and Ard Case, probably be transporting the Meganobs inside of there. And then last in the battalion is a Morkanaut, that's what it is. It has a custom force field and all of its regular stuff. You can't really upgrade it other than that. Actually, there's one last thing in the battalion, and that is a Dakajet. It just has a 6 super shooters. And then in the vanguard, leading off, this is a proxy, but this will be running as a weird boy. He will take the power of the jump. Then we have 9 tank busters, gonna be inside the truck. 3 Meganobs, just with their shooters and power claws, inside the battle wagon. A pain boy, and with a kill saw. I believe I gave it a kill saw, and a runt herd, just for the Gretchen. That is my 2,000 points. We are playing Cloak and Shadows, and we'll go over the Ad Mech in a sec. Here is 2,000 points of Ad Mech. Go ahead.
Starting up here with the battalion detachment is 2 Tech Priest Dominuses, which are, I think they're pretty awesome bases.
Yeah.
The 3 Breachers with what they have, the Arc Claws and the Arc Heavy Arc Rifles. And then we have a Skitarii little 5-man squad with 2 snipers, just maybe try to snipe out some of his characters.
They're just Rangers.
Yeah, oh sorry, Rangers, yeah, sorry. And then 3 Destroyers, not with the, well, what's the word I'm looking for?
Grav,
thank you, not with the Grav.
Plasma.
I did with the Plasma, and they have Cognis Flamers instead of the Phosphorus as their second. And then I just brought a Balistari Irish Strider with the Cognis Las Cannon.
Okay.
And then for the Spear Head, I think that's right, with the heavy
Mm-hmm.
supports, is Call, 2 sets of robots with all the weapons, basically everything. Sorry for the doing a little bit not WYSIWYG, but everything's going to have all the phosphorus weapons, and then 2 Doom Crawlers with the neutron lasers.
This is going to be your MVPs right here.
Yeah.
Just these 4 units.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are going to kill my whole army.
Yep, basically everything else is kind of like there for the little support.
So,
but we're going to see.
Obviously, Call's Warlord trait is to add 3 inches to his
the static
Psalm or something like that.
Whatever they want to call it.
Yeah, so here we have a 9-inch aura of rerolls.
Which is dirty.
Which will come into play pretty well. And hopefully the Cloak and Shadows will help out with the -1 to hit.
Yeah.
And obviously you're running Mars, so that's
yes.
because you have to call. Yeah, it kind of speaks for itself.
Yep.
Alright, on to the deployment. Here's what the deployment looks like. We got Vanguard, we rolled it off and we got Vanguard. A big line of Orks all along here, and you can see all the Ad Mech.
Basically, squaring right
it's
off.
gonna be nasty. Some heavy hitters over there. I know what they do to things. You can see Objective 5 there, Objective 6 right there. We have one up here, number 3. Number 4 is right near me. We have number 1 right there, number 2 right there. I think that's all of them. He deployed first, so he'll get we're doing the chapter approved rules, we're just trying it out. The +1 to whoever gets to go first, so go ahead, roll a die. You got a 4 right there, and I got a 1. Alright, that means you go first, unless I could seize. Let's do it. Oh, wow. First turn for the Orks. Orks turn 1. We are doing Cloak and Shadows as a reminder, so I won't talk about my cards, I'll just show you what they are. You guys can read them if you need to. So for the movement phase, just kind of moved up my Gretchen a little bit so they have options to get whatever they need to. Run her right behind them. Jet flew up, so he has a few targets. I need to put pressure as soon as possible. Thankfully I see, so that will definitely hamper some of the shooting I will get turn 1, because at least I get to go before move up before he annihilates a lot of my boys. The war buggy flew on, or came on right here. I put him in reserve, so he showed up touching a table edge 9 inches away from that unit or the breachers right there. Morkanot moved up. Battle wagon advanced. This truck with tank buses moved up. This boy squad, the yellow boy squad, advanced, meaning they won't be able to shoot because of the -1 to hit from the scenario, unless I use my 2 command points, which I probably won't. Then I moved the boys just slightly up here that were over there. Then I did jump them up 9 inches away, so I have options to go into them and possibly pile into some more stuff I roll pretty well by charging. And that was that. I did perils from using the jump and took 3 wounds and didn't pass a single one for my final pain, so he's down to 1 wound already. But at least it gives me a chance to pile in into some stuff. We'll see. I need to tie up as many things as I can, and yeah, here's hoping I make those charges. Let's go on to a really quick shooting phase and hopefully a long charge phase for Orks turn 1. End of Orks turn 1. I will score Air Denial and Objective 5. Objective 5 is right there. Air Denial was, the middle was right here, and he just barely had a Iron Strider just barely in range of 12 inches, so I will only get the 1 point for it. I should have measured and tried to kill him. I did not think about it. That's too bad. Not a bad shooting phase, all things considered, with the -1 to hit. Morkanot was one of the few things that actually was able to shoot along with some tank busters. Took as many shots as I could into the Dune Crawler. I think I got it down to maybe, let's see how many wounds. It only has 5 wounds left. I mean, he can heal it, but at the very least I did some damage to it, so that's good. That was from the Custom Mega Blast, Custom Mega Cannon, the rockets also. A twin big shooter shot into the Rangers up there because I need to take out those snipers before they kill my characters. Jet also shot onto them, only killed 1 with some pretty bad rolling. Maybe I should have used the stratagem to ignore the -1 to hit, but I didn't expect to roll so many 4s, so you never know. This guy didn't do anything as expected. The rockets from this squad didn't. I think they might have done some wounds to him. No, I think shots on saved him on the rockets, because we forgot to roll for his canticles at the start of the turn, but he did roll it right before I started shooting. He got Shroud Psalm and the reroll Morales, and obviously he was able to adjust them accordingly because he rolled a 1 and a 3, making the 3 into the 4, which is the one you want anyway. So everything was benefiting from cover even though they're not in cover. The Tank Buster shot into the Castle Robots, and he rolled really well on his saves actually, so he passed them pretty much all. And I think that was that. Yeah, the Gretchen just got me that point, and that's it. I tried to make this charge with the boys. Failed it the first time. He killed 5 in Overwatch. Failed it the first time, rerolled with Here We Go, and failed it again, unfortunately. It's too bad. That's going to be a huge deal because that's a lot of dead boys next turn. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. On to Admech turn.
Alright guys, since it's just Cloaks and Shadows, you had to give me the camera because I don't want him to see my stuff. So I got those 2 right there, and I got this special one, so I kind of have to get that one.
For Admech turn 1 movement, as you can see, the robots moved back.
Cowardly.
Also these robots, more robots moved back. This squad of robots actually stayed still, and the Dune Crawlers moved back. Call moved back a little bit, Tech Priest, and then Bastari moved also. He healed this guy for 3 the first time, used Tech Adept, tried to do it again, and only healed it 1, so it's up to 9 from its 5. That was basically the movement phase. Let's go on to shooting phase, turn 1 for Admech. End of Admech turn 1, shooting, as you can see, killed a lot of boys, I think 13 in total, but I'll be good on leadership because I oftentimes forget this rule that I can use the leadership of boy squads or people or squads with mob roll within 3 inches or 6 inches, one of the two. Either way, so I won't need to take leadership because they are leadership 30 with 30 boys in there, and they are leadership low order because they took like 13. So I'll be good, no problem. He did kill the battle wagon that was fired from some dune crawlers as well as the destroyers up there. They overcharged their plasmas, blew it up, or did not blow it up, sorry. They killed it, and the Meganobs did not take any casualties in return, so that was good. The Morkanaut took 3 wounds from, I think it was the dune crawler, one of the dune crawlers, or it might have been the last cannon, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. It was the Cogni's last cannon that actually
something
did that.
like that. Yeah. Flyer took 2 wounds from some flamers from them because they're like the best weapons against flyers.
Yeah, apparently.
And I think that was that. He will dump Kingslayer, and he did not score any of the other ones. So I don't know what those are. On to Orks turn 2. Orks turn 2 drew these 3. Almost said them out loud. Whoops. Again, this is Cloak and Shadow, so I'm just going to show you what they are, and I'll let you know if I score them at the end. For the movement, Gretchen and Runt just kind of moved up a little bit. Dakajet pivoted and moved 90 this way, so I could still shoot at some stuff. Morkanaut moved up a bit. Tank Buses moved up. I may use a stratagem on them to ignore the -1 hit because I need to kill some stuff this turn. The Weird Boy only advanced 1, so he's kind of far back. Custom Mega Cannon, Custom Force Field and Pain Boy is somewhere in there, along with the boys that moved up and advanced, along with that one. I actually did jump my War Boss, who again is not in Mega Armor, but that was in order for me to be able to advance and charge with this boy squad and maybe this boy squad. I don't really know what they're going to measure. I guess it depends what the other one does. And then Meganobs moved and advanced. This buggy is just going to probably take some Overwatch for me. He has a decent amount of wins, so hopefully he'll last against the Arc Rifles. We'll see if he does. If not, whatever. And that is my movement. And already went over to Psychic because he only has 1 power, and he, again, used it on to jump to get in there so he can advance and charge with these boys. And that is my turn. Let's go on to shooting and assault phase for Orcs turn 2. End of Orcs turn 2, a little bit of shooting I had. I used a stratagem to ignore the -1 on the Tank Busters. Shot into the Castle Robots, killed 1, and that was it. Then the Custom Mega Cannon and Blasta and Rockets from the Morkanaut shot into them. And in total did 4 wounds from that, so I got one down to 2 wounds. And the Dakajet shot into the Rangers that are up here. Killed like 3 of them. And then some of the big shooters from the Morkanaut also shot into them, killing one of the snipers. There is 1 sniper left somewhere in there. He's hiding. There he is. So we have 1 sniper left. It will need to take a morale, but we'll do that in a sec. If you want to go ahead and roll it.
Oh, he's dead.
Is he? Do you get a reroll? No, because his canticles were Shroud Sum and what was the other one? Did you roll 6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay, so
4 and 6. Shroud Sum and the
reroll 1's to hit. Yeah, which your Domus has already did that. Okay. So then that was that. Over here, yellow boys, or the red boys first charged into these breachers and then piled into the Castle Robots. Didn't really do much in combat. As you can see, all 3 of them are still left, even with Power Claws.
Yeah.
You made one of the 6-ups, Invones, from because they had Bionics. So there's 1 wound left there. They killed a couple of boys in the process. I won't have to take morale because they can use their leadership. And this Doom Buggy did a pretty good job of taking... No, actually, he didn't even take the Overwatch. He charged in and then piled into the Castle Robot. So it's gonna be lots of stuff charging or locking up stuff. Sorry, and Meganobs didn't even try because they couldn't really make it, and didn't want them to get Overwatch. And I did a couple wounds from some tank buses. Actually, that's probably where they went.
Yeah,
they went to the Doomcrawler and they only did 1 wound or 3 wounds to it.
Yeah.
So it's back down to 6.
Yeah,
because they did 3 wounds. That was my turn. I will score. Let's see if I score anything. Don't remember. Not yet. I will dump Domination. For obvious reasons. On to Admech turn 2.
Okay, guys, back here again with my objectives so that he doesn't see them. This is just the new card that I got. And then the other two you know already. Hopefully maybe I can get them this turn.
For Admech turn 2 movement, he moved the Castellan robots both units out. One squad over there, one squad over here. Probably going to heal some with lots of Dominuses and Tech Priests and Call and all that good stuff. So yeah, they're still locked in combat. So let's go on to the shooting and assault phase for Admech. And of Admech turn 2, he will score Will of the Omnicide because he definitely randomly determined the Canticles this turn. He will dump Assassinate, and as you can see, the truck took 5 damage. That was from a neutron laser, or it might have been it was a neutron laser.
Yeah, it was
one of the neutron lasers. The last cannon did some wounds to the Morkanaut.
Yeah.
The other neutron laser did some more wounds to the Morkanaut. Actually, no, I passed one of them and then re-rolled one with a stratagem, so he's on 6 left. He's just barely alive. Forgot to heal him last turn. That's my fault. Meganobs didn't really get shot at. As you can see in combat, I killed 2 of them, and he killed almost the whole boy squad, charging him with the Dominus and Call.
Yeah, Call was the only one that was able to attack.
Really, yeah, he killed all of them and left the Knob on 1 wound. Then he swung in and killed one of them himself, and then the other boys and the other Knob killed the other boy. So there's just 1 left. I think they'll have to take morale, but I think they lost 2 this turn.
Yeah, and their leadership 8, I think.
And we'll come back to you on that. But either way,
7, so yeah, no 5.
On 5, you'll be good. You're good. Okay, not a big deal. That's it. On to Orks turn. Orks turn 3. Drew this one as one of my new ones, and this one as one of my new ones. Had this one from last turn. So for movement, Gretchen stayed still, doing as they do. Jet pivoted 90 and moved this way. Morkanaut moved up. The truck moved up with the tank busters. Weird Boy finally got up a little bit. Pain Boy, Custom Force Field, and Warboss kind of moved into the middle, just because I know there are no more snipers at least. Meganobs moved in advanced. The buggy moved through all that to try to hopefully tie down one of those Doomcrawlers, and that was that during the psychic phase. Just cast a smite. Breacher was in range. It was the closest model, and I did 1 mortal wound to it. And that was that. Let's go on to shooting and assault phase for Orks turn 3. And of Orks turn 3, I will score objective 5 where my Gretchen are. Thankfully, they got me a couple points. I will definitely dump the priority orders received, because I don't really know how that all works with the big game hunter. He has to solely do it, so it seems a little tough for most armies. Anyways, the Morkanaut did some swift firing, shot into some destroyers, didn't do anything, and also shot into the robots, only did 1 wound in total and took a wound in the process. I did heal 2 wounds from the Big Mech, but took a wound in the process from the custom Mega Blasta, 36-inch range. The Tank Buster shot, I used my last stratagem to ignore the -1. It shot and killed the Doomcrawler, thankfully, so I got one of them down. And then the Meganobs tried to charge into the Castle robots. They failed. They also tried to multi-charge into here. Failed that, even with the... Here we go. And then the the boys easily killed him. I didn't pile in. And then this Dune buggy missed everything in shots, but then charged in, didn't take anything in Overwatch, and piled in. You didn't do your attacks here.
Oh,
go ahead, do your 3 attacks.
That's right.
And I think that was that. So go ahead and do it twice. You wounded once. I think I have a 4-up save. That's definitely a save. So he'll be good. That's it. On to Admech turn 3.
We're right back here at Admech turn 3. This is what I got for my 2 new cards. Still have that 1 card that I don't think I'm ever going to get now, but we'll see.
Admech turn 3 movement. Robots moved back along with Call and the Tech Priest. Doomcaller moved out of combat, obviously, and all these guys pretty much stayed still because they don't really need to move. They got good line of sight and all that good stuff. Let's go on to Admech turn 3 shooting.
I know.
End of Admech turn 3. Shot everything he could into the boy squad. Killed quite a bit of them, and as you can see from the dead pile, killed like 20 something of them. They obviously failed their morale check, and the war boss broke their heads, so they lost 3 in return, but they count as passing. This knob is actually from a different squad. He got shot up by some I think it was the macro stubber and stuff. He actually lived though, so he's still alive. Meganauts were untouched. Morkanot was untouched. The truck over here died from the last cannon from the Ballistari. It blew up and killed four of the tank buses inside, which is a big deal. They passed morale at least, but lost quite a bit from the explosion. So that sucked. Not the explosion, the guys inside taking damage. And then Painboy didn't get touched. None of the characters could be targeted. Dakajet was untouched. Then one of the tank buses died from plasma calibers from the destroyers. And then close combat was over here. 4 wounds total. Didn't do anything in my back. That was all from Call. And that was that. On to Orks. He won't score anything and he won't discard anything, so it'll be on to Orks. Orks turn 4. These are my cards. Pretty simple. For the movement, Gretchen moved up for reasons. Dakajet pivoted from here and then flew 90 degree angle that way. Well, not sure what is it really going to be in range of, but we'll see. On this side, the Morkanot moved up near all these characters and tank busters. Boys moved up there, and then the lone knob is going to be hero going up that way. Mega Knob's advanced, staying within 6 inches of this war boss to potentially charge. We'll see. And I think that's it. I actually might move that guy out of combat if I can. We'll see. And yeah, Gretchen obviously moved up to get that objective because I have 6. And I think that's my movement phase. Let's go. Oh yeah, during the psychic phase I smited and did 3 damage to one of those robots. That's it. Let's go on to shooting and assault phase for Orks turn 4. End of Orks turn 4. I will score objective 6 for the Gretchen being there. Everything else I either forgot to keep a guy on it, or I moved away, or I wasn't near it. The Dakajet shot into the destroyers, killed one of them, pretty good. And the Morkanot, I don't think he did any. He might have done 1 wound or a couple wounds to. No, he killed one of the robots. Tank Busters, you passed all your saves because you had Aegis plus Shrouds on, which I'm pretty sure they stack. Weird Boy didn't do anything. I've been forgetting the whole game that the Pain Boy can heal the Weird Boy. Whoops.
Yeah.
It's okay. You got lucky and he didn't die. Orboss tried to charge in. Well, first the boys charged in, took like 6 dead from the Overwatch, so I had to leave the 2 guys out front just so I can maybe tie them up. But they killed me in assault anyways. I didn't do any damage, so they died, and Warboss is just stuck out in front. Well, I guess not really, because I have a knob there and Mega Knob's over here. Mega Knob's at least made it into the charge, but did not kill a robot, so that's a big deal. Leaving him on 1 wound, and then the attack back didn't do anything, but I took 1 wound in Overwatch, and this knob didn't make it into combat, and yeah, that was that. That was the objective I was supposed to stay near, but now he knows what it is. Who cares?
Not like I might get there.
Yeah. That's my turn. Let's go on to Admech turn 4. Really good Admech turn 4. We'll just do a whole turn recap. As you can see, lots of stuff over here died. Tank Busters died from the, I believe the Castellan robots. Then the Morkanot died from Neutron Laser, as expected. Mega Knobs died mainly from Call. 2 of them died from Call alone because he was within 6 inches. And then the last one died from the Iron Strider, the 2 Cognus Las cannons. Everything else shot into. Oh, actually, the Tech Priest killed that one guy, giving him 1 point, or giving him 1 for overwhelming firepower, 2 for the Mega Knobs, and 3 for the Morkanot. Actually, 4.
4, yeah, that's right.
I didn't even think of that because of Tank Busters. So lots of things dead this turn. Thankfully, I'm up in objectives, but that was, as I said before, Admech are really good at killing stuff, not so good at grabbing objectives. Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of happens when you have like a gunline like that. Yeah. All good. So yeah, you scored D3 for overwhelming firepower, so go ahead and roll that.
Yeah,
2. So we get 2 points, and you're gonna still keep your objectives?
Yes.
Okay. On to Orks turn 5. Whole turn recap for Orks turn 5. Gretchen moved over here because I don't want them to get shot at. I think at this point I need to stay alive. Dakajet was going to move over there, but then I wouldn't really be able to pivot and stay on the board, so I just went straight there. Took some shots, did 2 wounds into that one guy, which won't matter because he's just going to get healed. The weird boy moved in advance up there to get that objective for me. The big mech advanced over here to get that objective for me. The two characters over here, the the war boss and the pain boy, moved in, charged into this tech priest that was there, killed him. I was gonna go around and do into the cast armor bots. Yeah, we were playing that as 4, so I was gonna get -2 to my charge, and then I decided to come around this way at least. I didn't want the -2, even though it would have been kind of important to get in the cast armor bots. Yeah. Whatever.
You killed Dominus.
Whatever, he's not gonna mean much. It's Cole and the Doom Crawlers that I'm worried about. Anyways, that was my turn. I will score 2 points, putting me on a total of 7 points, because is what I had to begin with, and he has
4.
Huh?
Well, 3 with first blood, so 4.
You have 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has 4 and I have 7. On to Admech turn 5. Admech turn 5, as you can expect, all these characters on this side easily died, no problem. Lots of neutron lasers, lots of cognitive stubbers, las cannons, call. Yeah, and then I knew they were dead. Either way, they got me 2 extra points, at the very least. So I get Warlord at least for 1 point for that. Other than that, I don't think you scored anything, right?
Nope.
Didn't score anything. Okay. And some Gretchen took some shots from Caster Robots along with the Cognitive Stubber. I lost 4 in total? No, 5 in total.
Yeah, it's 5.
Oh.
So I lost 1 in morale.
Then I would have lost 1 more in morale. Sorry.
Oh.
Because I was thinking I only lost 4. So yeah, I lost 1 more in morale, or 2 in morale, but they're fine. And Jet didn't take any wounds from some extra shots. You're going to throw away that one, objective 4, which is right here.
Yeah. No
Okay.
way I'm gonna be able to get there.
And because not that it matters, but I got first turn, so I got to see if the game continues. I had to hope it ends. Come on, end!
It ends. No.
Oh, crap.
I
On to
kill
turn
you.
6. Admech. Or Orks. So at this point, it's about staying alive. So I moved the Gretchen over here and advanced them along with the Run Herd. I flew the Jet this way. I probably should have done it a little bit more, so maybe I'm out of range of some other stuff, but oh well. Too late now. I shot it into the last destroyer, killed it, and that was my turn. I actually had Kingslayer, which I dumped, and these 2, which I actually could have got, but again, I don't want to be out in the open, so I moved and hid on to Admech turn 6.
Yeah.
So end of the game is actually 7-5 in favor of the Orks, and the reason being is because these Gretchen were able to hide along with the Run Herd. He killed the Jet no problem, as expected. Rolled pretty well on the neutron laser, which would have done it itself.
Everything.
And yeah, let's see. We rolled to see if it was a matter of whether the game would continue, and he rolled a 3. I'm not sure which one it was. It was 3 though. And yeah, the game ended. So that was that. Good game, and thank God for Cloak and Shadows. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have had a chance. And I seized. So that was a big deal. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next battle report.